Fashion show. Whatever happened to just having a nice black tee, some old navy pants? What is it about our kids, our youth, even our students nowadays, that cakes and clothes mean so much? Well, we're at Teaneck High School right now, and we're gonna find some first-hand accounts. Are you a sneakerhead?
Yeah, at times I could be.
What is your definition of a sneakerhead?
I think a sneakerhead is someone who just constantly likes to buy sneakers, spending massive amounts of money on sneakers. Somebody that really loves sneakers, and they're willing to do almost anything to get them.
Would you consider yourself a sneakerhead?
Not really.
Do you find yourself spending massive amounts of money for sneakers?
Yeah, at times I do.
Do you spend more money on sneakers, or is it is it shirts, or is it jeans, or do you spend most on sneakers?
Before it used to be shirts, but nowadays I spend most of my money on sneakers. Reality is sneakers because they just cost more, but sometimes jeans and jacket.
What's the most you ever spent?
Well, the Prada's kind of sneakers are
Oh, yeah?
okay. 325.
300 Pradas?
Why do you feel like you have to spend that much money on those sneakers?
Because I wanted them so bad, I just had to have them.
I want the honest answer, so I could come in and be like, I got $300 sneakers on my feet. Who's messing with me?
Pradas were $10. Do you think you buy Pradas?
Actually, probably not. I think the more you spend on it, I guess you have more bragging rights, if you spend $10 on a pair of sneakers, it's not really, it's nothing, but the more you spend on it, the more bragging rights you have.
How do you feel about people that really don't go to extreme lengths for fashion? Like somebody that will say, buy a pair of $20 sneakers.
They're trying to save money, or they don't have money to buy the more expensive sneakers.
Would you say that would make them unpopular? Or?
Not at all. I feel that if I came in with some $20 sneakers, I'm still gonna be Mike, you know what I mean? Still walk the hallways they can be like, what's up? They just be like, what you wearing?
Would you feel comfortable in those $20 sneakers?
To be honest, I don't really think I'll be comfortable. I'll be self-conscious. I'll be just looking down every 5 seconds, looking around, seeing who's looking at me and stuff like that.
No matter what I wear, I'm just a self-conscious person. If I come in fresh, I'm gonna be like, oh, everybody's looking at me or whatever. If I come in no fresh, it's still that thought, but they not worried about you as much. They just oh, it's bummy. But that don't usually happen. But I'm just saying, if it was somebody else, you know what I mean? But if you fresh, they be like, damn, where you get this, and you get the questions, you get the girls.
So how do you feel about sneakers in general, the epidemic? How do you feel about it?
Sneakers is cool, you know what I mean? I love sneakers to death, you know what I mean? They got a lot of fly sneakers out there that look fresh, I buy sneakers because I like them, you know what I mean? I don't buy sneakers, I'm not the type to go out and buy sneakers because everybody got them. I don't want the ones that everybody got because that's whack, you know what I mean? If I wear a pair of sneakers the next day, you know what I mean? I come in, I see Jason Conner with the sneakers, I ain't gonna want to wear the sneakers no more.
I don't have a lot of sneakers that are hard to find. If I could get my hands on it, then yeah, I'll buy it. My collector side will buy it. And then, my fashion side won't want to wear it.
I like to be on top of a pair of sneakers somebody really wants, they can't get it. I go buy it for $250 the week later, it makes me feel good or something like that.
How do you feel about, kids who commit acts of violence for fashion, to get farther with fashion? How do you feel about kids who will do anything for sneakers?
I think it hurts the hobby, people call it the game. It hurts it because you got people, you don't know if you have somebody who's been saving this certain amount of money for what certain amount of time, and they get their sneaker, and then another kid robs one kid for his sneaker.
Kind of understand them, to be truthful. You know what I'm saying? If it's a pair of sneakers, a pair of Jordans that I really want, and I don't get them, I'll commit some violence. You know what I'm saying? It's really worth it. Ain't nothing like a new pair of Jordans that just came out on that day.
All the fives, limited edition.
You a big sneakerhead?
Some degree. Yeah.
So all kind of sneakers, or
Jordans, Air Max, 95s, 90s.
Nikes, just Nikes and Jordans.
Nikes. That's
Nike?
it. Nikes and Jordans. Depending on what's in at the time. I've always been a Jordan since I was a little kid, but outside of that, ever come out this flavor.
Reebok gets no love.
Just Jordan.
Adidas, no love.
Jordans, but I've been on some lines for some Air Forces.
K-Switch, y'all gets no love.
What's the highest price you pay for a pair of sneakers?
Like 160. I don't pay over retail. I'll wait. I won't pay, but I'll wait.
Have you ever seen anything like sketchy happen, like somebody get robbed for their kicks?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I used to work in Finish Line. I'm talking about back 2003 is when the black and red 13s came out. They came out with those. It was a big-ass line. It still like it was a mob, though. It wasn't, like, organized. Kid came out with his bag, got jawed straight.
4 days before the release date, you know, we started seeing kids like pitching tents outside our place and like locking up lawn chairs to like the sidewalk. And come the morning of the release, I come downstairs and the NYPD is here already, you know, and they're like, yo, what's going on the other side, you know? And there was like about 150 to 200 people out there. And it looked like a soccer match. I mean, there were kids hanging onto the fences and not letting go, like hanging onto our gate. And the cops were like, move or you're arrested. And they were just like, I'm not moving. Like, I slept here for 4 days and I'm not leaving my spot. We had a ticketing structure where, like, you know, we would pass out numbered tickets to kids in line. And that was just a disaster. We had kids come in and then we had them go out the back door, escorted by the NYPD. But the thing is that they were like straight thugs on all 4 corners of the block. Like, you could see them. They were just standing there waiting.
Would you ever commit any kind of act of violence for a pair of sneakers? Keep it real, no? Cops are gonna see this.
In all honesty, I don't think I would, but at the same time, it depends, dog. Like,
It depends.
yeah, like, if money tight, and I want them shoes.
Would you say that any other type of sneakers or any other shoes would be like that, or is it just really just Jordans and stuff like that?
You mean like what would cause like aggression like that?
Yeah.
I say more or less it's Jordans right now. I mean, because you got to look at the price tag on them, you know, out the box. I remember I was in Passaic yesterday, they wanted $200 for them right then. Out the box, they want $45. So it's like the street price is that. And you can probably get it for $250. So it's always going to be like that as long as Jordan's expensive.
What do you think, you know, propels this? Is it like the manufacturer, the consumer, or is it just the sneaker itself, like how exclusive it is? Like,
I don't think you could blame the manufacturer or the sneaker.
I think it's the manufacturer and an actual like sneaker.
It all depends on who's doing what. You know, if somebody's robbing somebody, you know, that person has to realize I'm robbing somebody for sneakers. Like, is it really? Do you really want to do that? Do you really find that necessary?
Nah, it's on the consumer. Don't put yourself in a position to get hurt for your kicks. You know what I'm saying?
Now, that's your mentality is that you see a pair of sneakers that you like, you gonna take them.
I'm gonna take them if I don't have the money for them. Like, if I was in that situation, but if I want a pair of sneakers, I'm gonna get them. But if I needed to, and violence was the only way, I think I would commit violence for a pair of sneakers.
Now, because of that, when you wear a pair of sneakers, do you worry about somebody taking them off your feet?
They're gonna have to kill me for my sneakers, though.
is that how much sneakers mean to you?
Yeah, sneakers mean that much too.
Sneakers is the like new crack, new cocaine of like this era generation, because like it's a lot of sneakers like it's like there's really uprising, like a lot of people are really getting into it in like clothes and fashion and everything, so like it's getting like really bad and like a lot of like fighting and like brawling and people people dying over sneakers. That's how you know like things getting really out of hand. People like really dying over stuff like sneakers.
I think collecting sneakers is the new basketball cards. I think, you know, I think it's just getting bigger too, because now you have people who collect skateboard Nikes, running sneakers, as well as the basketball sneakers. So it's just gonna keep getting bigger.
Yo, y'all know I'm the flyest at Teaneck High. Yes, I said it. Oh, look at the TVs on the feet. Oh, you see that? Who's that gay guy? Shit is on me.
Bye, K-Dog.
It's all about this man right here, 23. Hi, brother.
How many people have you seen with ice cream?
All right, but so who cares? I seen some bum
No, you're
these shit. But like I'm saying in our grade, like
Oh, in our grade? Nah, really, I saw Mary.
in our grade.
Frank